And I was panicking because I knew my dog was in there. I really wasn't worried about the truck.
Tonight, one man's priorities come into sharper focus as he watches his truck get stolen. Plus, we've got the absolute best holiday gift you could possibly give, a helping hand. And we have some timely suggestions. And young people in a Morrilton police car. They're not in trouble, they're in harmony. The Christmas edition of one of our best stories of 2016.
This is THV11 News at 10.
And we begin with breaking news. U.S. Marshals have confirmed the suspect in the death of 3-year-old Asen King has been arrested this evening. THV11's Caitlin Gardenhire joins us with the latest.
The search for the killer of 3-year-old Asen King, who was shot and killed Saturday night in a road rage incident, has been going on for 5 days now. Tonight, the U.S. Marshals assisted Little Rock police in the arrest of Greg Holmes for the murder of Asen. The U.S. Marshals contacted the family of Greg Holmes, and Holmes' family convinced him to surrender. Little Rock police then made the arrest. This of course, still developing. We will bring you the very latest as we learn more. Stay with THV11 and THV11.com. Craig?
Thanks a lot, Caitlin. In the world of weather, we've got some topsy-turvy weather headed our way as we head into the holidays. Let's start you off tonight with a look at the temperatures, because actually they're not that bad. 41 in Little Rock, 42 in Pine Bluff, 39 in Arkadelphia. Temperatures are a little bit milder than they were last night. I expect that trend to kind of continue. Earlier today, some pretty nice breezes out of the north and northeast. That kept our temperatures down a little bit today from where they were yesterday when we were in the 60s. Those breezes will shift to the south tomorrow, and that's going to help really warm us up. But for tonight, temperatures nearly steady, not falling all that much, dropping down to near freezing as we head toward sunrise. You know what? I had to take all the snow out of this scene because it's just not going to be a danceable snowy forecast. But the elf is happy either way. 72, very warm with some evening showers on your Christmas day. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, Marielle Ruiz is going to look into Christmases past to see just how warm some of the top 5 were and where we might end up this Christmas day with a forecast temperature of 72. That's coming up along with the rest of your weekend forecast. Craig?
All right, thanks, Ed. A man in North Little Rock needs your help finding his truck after it was stolen from him. THV11's Caitlin Gardenhire visited with the man and tells us it was the cargo on the truck that the man wants back the most.
I was panicking because I knew my dog was in there. I really wasn't worried about the truck.
A stolen truck and a stolen dog, all caught on tape. Around 7 Thursday morning, Gary Adams was getting gas at the Shell station on Crystal Road just off Interstate I-40.
I pulled up here to get gas this morning. I left the truck running. I walked in there to pay for gas and having my dog in the back.
As he was walking out of the gas station, someone was driving off in his green 2014 King Ranch F-150.
Turned around and there was a red car there, that's all I could tell you. And that somebody got in the truck and drove off.
This is the surveillance video from the gas station. You can see the passenger in the red Mustang get out of the car, walk over to Adam's truck, get in, then drive off. The driver in the red Mustang follows. Here's a close-up of the man who drove off in Adam's truck inside the gas station right before the incident. People working in the gas station say the guy in the red hoodie comes in just about every morning. Adam says he's devastated, but really his only concern, his dog.
Blitz, Lady Blitz.
A 10-year-old black lab he takes with him everywhere.
It's my hunting partner and everything like that. It's like my little child.
Adam says he wasn't thinking and shouldn't have left his truck running, but he hopes people can learn from his mistake. Now his best friend is gone and his Christmas is ruined.
I'd like to have my dog back. I don't care about the truck. The truck can be replaced, but the dog can't be replaced.
All right, Caitlin, there is now a $2,000 reward for Adam's dog. Having the truck back, he says, would be an added bonus, but his best friend is his first priority. An update to a story we've been following closely since the beginning. A Benton police officer cleared of any wrongdoing in the shooting of a teen. Back in October, 17-year-old Keegan Schmeichel's mother called 911 after he ran into the woods with a gun. Officers found him, told him to drop the weapon, but say he pointed it at them instead, and that's when Officer Kyle Ellison shot and killed Schmeichel. A prosecutor says that Ellison acted in self-defense and cleared him of any charges. The family's attorney told THV11 they plan on coming to Benton to figure out if this was a tragedy and not a pattern. The state's Medical Marijuana Commission met for the third time in a week today. On Tuesday, the commission approved a motion to request funds so they can travel and visit cultivation centers in other states. But according to the amendment that legalized medical marijuana in Arkansas, the commission cannot receive any more funds or any kind of repayment. The commission also discussed licensing at today's meeting. The group went over basic qualifications for applications, including requirements like being at least 21, living in Arkansas for at least 7 years, never having a felony conviction, and several others. The next meeting set for Tuesday, the 27th at 4 p.m. Law enforcement officials in Europe are still looking for the suspect in Monday's deadly truck attack on a Christmas market in Berlin. German authorities say fingerprints found inside the cab of that truck are those of suspect Anis Amri. Officials say Amri, seen in this video from his Facebook page, entered the country seeking asylum but was rejected. He was supposed to have been deported in June and had been under surveillance as a possible terror threat until a few months ago. Meanwhile, the Christmas market reopened today, but heavily armed guards are still patrolling the area. 12 people are still reported missing after the deadly explosions at a fireworks market in Mexico. At least 33 people were killed in the blast just outside Mexico City. Now the country's federal attorney general has opened an investigation into those explosions. This is the third incident at the market in 11 years. The city's mayor said today this accident was a double tragedy, as they're not only dealing with the loss of life, but the decimation of an industry that many residents depend on for money. Walmart stopped selling Black Lives Matter shirts featuring the word bulletproof after the world's largest police organization called the slogan offensive. The retail giant said it removed the specific item after the Fraternal Order of Police asked them to do that in a letter. It then released a statement saying, like other online retailers, we have a marketplace with millions of items offered by third parties that includes Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, and All Lives Matter merchandise. After hearing concerns from customers, we removed the specific item with the bulletproof reference. Well, with the holiday weekend quickly approaching, many organizations are getting into the giving spirit. Today, Verizon presented more than 150 teddy bears to the Little Rock Police and Fire Departments. They'll carry them in their vehicles and give them to child victims. And there is good news if you're still looking for a way to give back this season. Plenty of shelters and centers in central Arkansas still need help. Places like the Compassion Center, the Salvation Army, and several others need you to add them to your shopping list. William Holloway with the Compassion Center says food boxes are flying out the door and they need help keeping up with the demand.
What we really need right now is canned vegetables because we're very short of them. We need more corn or peas, green beans, stuff like that, potatoes.
And over at the Salvation Army, their needs are clothes and liquid laundry detergent, and don't forget those kettles. And many other organizations are in need this holiday season. Visit our website for more on how to help, THV11.com. Christmas just a few days away. Don't expect the weather to act like it. Ed's got more on a warm holiday weekend coming up. We're going to be back in 2 minutes.
Now, weather from the Crane Kia Weather Garden.
Oh, we're about to see the dancing elf.
Did you
again.
like the dancing elf?
Well, I can't
we're
figure
gonna
out
see him
why
again.
I can't figure out why he's dancing.
Well, because it's Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well, there
It's
you
a
go.
joyous time
There you
for
go.
for most people. Hopefully, it's joyous for
Well,
you and safe.
my
and-
mistake. I was trying to time it. I was tying him
the
into the weather.
Yeah.
The context of the weather. I couldn't figure out why he's dancing. When you hear the forecast, you'll understand
We
why.
get those scenes sent to us, but there wasn't a scene specifically designed for 72 degrees and rain, so I had to edit it quite a bit. But I kept the elf dancing because it's Christmas, okay?
So we're going to see it here in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to see it here in a minute.
Oh, get
and
ready,
then
folks.
Marielle's going to talk, after weather, Marielle's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
talk to us about the 5 warmest Christmases and where we might end up, because this might be a record-breaking
Oh,
Christmas.
really?
That's all coming up here in just a second. Let me
No
start
wonder
you off
elf
with
is
the,
dancing.
what?
Elf is dancing. We're about to set a record.
Well, that's one reason why he's dancing. Hey, your favorite image, Craig, the water vapor loop?
I love it.
Okay, do you notice
One of the best of the year.
Do you see what's going on?
Yeah.
Can you clearly pick out what's going on here?
Man, it's a classic.
Well, I don't even think you know what you're talking about right now, but there is an area of low pressure spinning right here off the Southern California coastline. That low is really helping to bring in subtropical moisture, and the cloud cover is already beginning to increase quite a bit into the mid-south. That cloud cover will only thicken up tomorrow, and then we'll see some shower activity begin to develop. LiveViewMax radar and satellite shows what looks to be a few sprinkles beginning to fall, but this is really not reaching the ground just yet. But in time, I can't rule out the chance for a couple of stray sprinkles or a little bit of drizzle here overnight. But for the most part, really no measurable rain in the forecast, even though the area there's a lot of disturbed weather out toward our west and the northwest. Again, subtropical jet, moisture beginning to flow in. It's going to get a little warmer tomorrow, not much, but a little, and a lot warmer as we head toward the weekend. Our next storm system, the big one that I'm talking about, that's coming in from the Pacific Northwest and really not even on the map just yet. Numbers from today, 33 was our low, 54 the afternoon high. We're going to be in this ballpark again tomorrow. The average high is 51 this time of the year, 53 coming in north of the river. Right now it's 41 degrees, dew point's at 34. That wind still out of the east-northeast at 6 miles an hour, and the pressure is still very high at 30.39. Now around the state, temperature is fairly uniform. That cloud cover kind of keeping things status quo here. 43 in Stuttgart, 39 in Arkadelphia, 42 currently in Monticello. So your forecast as we go through the next couple of days, look at all the clouds, and tomorrow around the middle of the day into the afternoon hours, we will begin to see the rain really pick up. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow. Could see some areas of heavy rainfall. Nothing expected to be severe tomorrow, okay? Really not a lot of severe weather even in this forecast right now the way it looks. This is Christmas Eve morning, 6 a.m. A narrow band of rain and storms still lingering across central and southern Arkansas. Christmas Eve night, we get a break. Christmas Day morning, this is 7:30. Santa's headed back to the North Pole by now. We're still looking at clouds, but you know what? Not too bad as far as the projected rainfall amounts. But as we go into Sunday night, Christmas Day night, look at that very narrow band of showers and storms. That is the next frontal boundary that could bring a slight risk of severe weather to mainly western Arkansas. But right now, this far out, it's still really in question. But just keep that in mind. If there's any stronger storms, they're likely to be overnight Sunday into Monday morning. So looks like Christmas Day will be cloudy and warm with chances for rain. And rainfall totals impressive through Saturday night, at least an inch possible in most locations in central, eastern, and southern Arkansas. So tonight I'm going with a low of 34. Clouds on the increase. Can't rule out a sprinkle, but really not much out there. Tomorrow, though, the rain chance goes up to 40% with a high near 52. There you go. There you go. I tell you what, I like just watching them. Yeah. 72, very warm for Christmas with a few evening showers possible. Here you see it again, 40% tomorrow, morning chances on Christmas Eve, evening chances on Christmas night, and 72 degrees. Now with more on that 72 degrees, let's throw it to Marielle Ruiz, who has more on Christmases past.
We were talking about an Arctic blast just last weekend, with it being one of the coldest air masses that we've experienced this season so far. So it's a little bit difficult to believe that this Christmas will be one of the warmest on record. The forecast is 72, tying with 1971, not too far off from the all-time high record of 73 set back in 1942. Now kids, this means Santa will be needing the ice cold milk instead of the hot cocoa. Now when it's hot, a little bit of instability is going to happen, so a few of the storms that brew on Christmas Day can be on the strong side, but don't worry, your THV11 team will be here tracking it all for you.
All right, thank you, Marielle. And while temperatures will warm up, as Marielle said, you're probably keeping your heat on. But do you know what temperature to set it at to save you some money? Well, Air Masters in North Little Rock says the Department of Energy suggests 68 degrees. And for every degree you turn it up, your bill increases by 3 to 5%. What about keeping it at the same temperature even if you're away? Well, Mason Harshbarger, a comfort advisor at Air Masters, says if you do turn it down, only do it by a couple of degrees to keep your system from working so hard when you do turn it back up.
If you don't turn your thermostat down, then 3 to 5 degrees is the most you want to turn it down. That way your system's not trying to play catch up and defeating the efficiency purpose.
A helpful tip, get your system checked routinely. If you're using a furnace to heat your home, make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector. Christmas is about coming home, seeing loved ones, and appreciating the time you had with them. That's exactly what one Arkansas airman did, but he didn't tell his mom. We've got that moving story next. Plus, Arkansas's favorite singing cop is back, and this time he's spreading a little holiday cheer. We're going to be back after this. Okay, tissues come as standard equipment with this next story that begins in Homenoke, a home for the holidays surprise. All Air Force mom Donna Chaddick wanted for Christmas was for her son Brent to get home for the holidays. Well, she had no idea he would make that dream come true. THV11's Winnie Wright was there.
Donna Chaddick thought the news crews were here to film her Christmas village. She had no idea what was really in the works.
Chaddick is known throughout Lonoke County for her Christmas decorations.
This is where my churches start. This church is the one that Frank's children gave us when we got married in 2008.
Let's just say she got a lot more than she bargained for.
The only thing she asked for was for me to come home. I was assigned to Turkey for 24 months. I had 5 of my months taken off, so I've only done 19 of those months, and she doesn't know. She's expecting me sometime in January.
A Christmas miracle.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Oh my gosh, Brent!
Come here, woman. Hey. Hey, how are you doing? I think you've got skinnier. I got your Christmas present.
Oh, you?
The greatest gift of all, to have her son, Chief Master Sergeant Brent Chaddick, back home from the Middle East in time for the holidays.
Words can't express. Overwhelming. I prayed every night, let him come home early.
You not mad?
Oh, absolutely not.
Good. All right.
Absolutely not.
In Homenoke, Winnie Wright, THV11 News.
Chief Master Sergeant Chaddick has spent the last decade at duty stations all over the Middle East, but he knew how much this would mean to his mom and arranged the whole thing. And that is the real reason for the season. A few months ago, we introduced you to Phil Blaylock, a school resource officer in Morrilton, who's putting his own spin on carpool karaoke, and this week, he's helping us get into the holiday spirit. This video features Officer Blaylock singing NSYNC's Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays with several Morrilton students, all part of the Puppies to Dogs program. This is where seniors mentor kindergartners. You can watch the full video on THV11.com and have a good time doing it. And don't miss our story on Officer Blaylock this Christmas during our THV11 Good News Special. You'll also get to meet Savannah Greer, a senior with Down syndrome, who was named this year's Homecoming Queen.
She's such a sweetheart, and she's nice to everyone, and she loves everyone, so we just thought it'd be cool to let her have her own special moment this year.
Small ideas and simple acts of kindness that have a big impact. And that's what we're highlighting this Sunday, Christmas night. Can't wait to share these top positive stories from the past year, including the one that you all voted as your favorite. So get the family together after all the Christmas that you've had on Christmas Day. Everybody gets together and watches this special filled with more good times. The Arkansas Razorbacks are back in the Rock this evening. Mary Dunleavy has highlights from their game against... Great.
Arkansas men's basketball team out to a 10-1 start so far this season. Tonight, they are in North Little Rock playing a special game at Verizon Arena. Sam Houston State is on deck. Little Rock's own Daryl Macon and Dusty Hanna is starting tonight for the Hogs. First half, Moses Kingsley fakes right, but easily puts away the J from the foul line. Arkansas takes the 5-point lead later. Anton Beard seen some good minutes on his old stomping grounds, drills the triple. Hogs shooting 50% from the field tonight. Jalen Barford with the steal. Beard putting on a show for his mom, the #1 basketball fan. He finished with 16 points. Hogs are up by 10. They kept dropping it like it was hot. CJ Jones from beyond the arc gets it to go. Arkansas is up 27-15. Daryl Macon says it feels like home to me. Hits the 3. He tied for a game-high 17 points. Arkansas didn't let up on defense either. Macon makes the steal. Watkins dishes it to Macon, who slips it to Kingsley for the flush. The Hogs led by as many as 37 points, and they aren't done yet. Barford flexing down the baseline and gets the Arkansas roll for 2. Arkansas improves to 11-1 on the year as they toast Sam Houston State 90-56.
For all the fans, the over 12,000 that came here, man, they set the tone. They came in with unbelievable energy, but that don't surprise me. And our guys came in and just followed the script.
I feel like this team can go far, but it depends. It depends on how bad we want and how bad we want to get better. Come 26, we still got to practice and try to get ready for Florida.
I feel like this game was an important game for us going into conference with our confidence. But we know that teams that we play is nowhere near conference. So, we got the mindset to get ready for conference when we come back from break.
We are officially 1 week away from the 2016 Belk Bowl. Arkansas facing off with 18th ranked Virginia Tech. Tech owns a long history of success against SEC teams in bowl games as they beat the Hokies, beat Tennessee 37-14 in the Chick-fil-A Bowl in 2009. While the Hogs are going for their 8th win of the year, the Hokies will be going for their 10th.
High tempo, have a real good quarterback, number 4. He's agile, he can run and he can pass, and we got to make sure we stop him from running downhill. So that's kind of our job. He kind of reminds me of I should say this, but like a little Dak in a sense,
We need to go play well to get 10 wins. We need to go play well to have a great offseason. I think that carries over into your offseason. We're playing an SEC team. We're playing for a championship, so to speak.
Stick around, we're back after this.
Come and stand for what we need.
That's Brandon Eidson. He's a local musician hoping to make it big, and he's using his music to promote a powerful message, the dangers of distracted driving. And tomorrow morning, Laura Monteverdi introducing us to this Conway native, and we'll have more on how he's encouraging everyone to put it up when getting behind the wheel.
Such a powerful message.
Yeah.
I was driving home last night, and I kid you not, there was a person. He was looking like this.
Oh,
It's
no.
scary, and they're swerving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know you're swerving. We know what you're. Why would you not be looking up? Both. Okay.
We're all too obsessed with our phones.
I don't get angry very often, but that's just
Yeah.
not real smart.
Well, part of this now is the culture. We all are now programmed to return the call, to return the text. We're going to make somebody mad if we don't get back to them. So there's
Yeah.
added pressure and anxiety to get on that phone and return the call that
Well,
you
they
get.
can be mad for a while as far as I'm
So
concerned.
that adds to the danger.
One more look at your Christmas forecast. As far as Christmases past go, there have been some warm ones. 73, the warmest in 1942. Craig, you said you remember the one
All
in
right,
70.
now, come
No,
on
no,
now.
No.
What?
You said you remember the one in 71.
71, yes, sir.
That's
I was
where
a senior
I'm
at
not
Arkansas
gonna-
State.
no
I just
more
gotten
old-
married.
No more
And,
old jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the one from
Good
1922,
times.
though, right?
Okay.
Anyway, the
that was-
forecast high on Christmas is 72. Tomorrow, a chance of rain. Rain again on Christmas Eve.
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
know.
a messenger.
I think
only thing I've got to say is remember the news always on THV11.com. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks
Merry-
for watching THV11 News. Stay connected to the THV Information Center 24/7 on your mobile device and with the THV11 app for your iPad.